Welcome back, everybody. If you're new to the channel, my name is T, and if you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe. So on this video, I'm gonna talk to y'all and show y'all the new tires that I got on my truck. And if you saw the last episode, it wasn't my truck that got the tire blowout, it was the trailer. But I'm gonna explain to y'all also the importance of having the proper tires on your equipment, whether it's your truck or trailer. And also, before I show you the tires that I got, I'm gonna do a little spill and a little review of these tires that I got, because I just went to Texas and back, and I did two more loads afterwards. So I got about 3,500 miles on them already. So the tires that I got on my truck are the BF Goodrich KO2s. They are the LT275 70/18s. And the old tires I had were also BF Goodrich KO2s, but they were the 305 65/18s. And the old tires were a little wide. It wasn't too wide, but it was time. They were worn out. I think in the other short video that I did, I think I said I got like 75,000 miles out of them. It was about 75,000 miles. And when you're in Hotshot or you're trucking, that it's very important to have the right tires, because you're out there putting a lot of miles. You're driving a lot, and you don't want to put mud terrains or super swampers or huge tires. And I'm not knocking on those big tires, because I got some of them. I've had big tires before, but when you're trucking, you want to get the most miles per gallon out of your setup. You want to get the most life out of your tires. I'm all for big tires and wheels and so on, but when you're trucking, you can do it to look cool and fancy, but in reality, you're gonna wear them out quick. You're gonna spend more money on more tires and so on. But like I said, I've driven already almost 3,500 miles on these tires, and let me tell you, and I'm not sponsored by nobody. This is just from my opinions, my review, from what I just driven. And one, they are very, very quiet. You can't hear them from inside the truck. You can't hear the tires. They're super quiet. And also, before I went to Texas, we had a storm out here, and it got really muddy out here. And man, they did great in the mud. And then going to Texas to come back, I caught some rain, and they handled very well in the rain. So far, mud and rain, they handle well. They handle very well also on dry roads. They stick very good. So I'm happy. I ain't complaining. I'm loving it. But yet again, I did have the same tires on my truck before, but just a little bit wider. So that's why I still went with the same brand, but just a little bit smaller. And the miles per gallon, it's a big difference. The old ones, I was getting like 22. Just on the plane, just the truck by itself. With the old tires, I was getting like 22 miles to a gallon. With these new tires, I'm getting 25. So do the math. And also these new tires, the load rating are a little bit higher. I think like they're 200 more pounds more than the old tires, because the old tires were rated for like maybe 3,450, give or take, and these new ones are over 3,600. So that's good, because when you have a heavy truck and the weight of the gooseneck and so on, those tires help support majority of that weight. And again, it goes back to knowing or having the right tires, because you have a small tire and the weight rating of those tires are 3,000 pounds, and you have a 12,000 pound truck, and the extra weight, that's why. It's not why, but it's a good majority of the reasons why tires blow out. And I'll get to the whole tire that blew up my trailer. So you gotta look into all that, you know, the weights that, you know, these tires can handle or hold and so on. And that's why I say you gotta do a lot of research. You know, you can't just like, oh well, you know, I want, you know, 37s or I want some big tire. You gotta consider the wear and tear of the tires and your fuel mileage and the load capacity. But it's all these little bugs out here. But yeah, so yeah, so so far I'm very satisfied with these tires, the BF Goodrich. The next set, I think I'll probably get 80,000 out of these. But the next set, I'm gonna do it again, same brand and everything. I love them. I can't complain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's other tires out there, Nitto, Toyo, and so on. But you know, to each their own. And I've had BF Goodrich for a while, and I've always liked them, and I always got good wear out of them. You know, so you might like something else. That's cool. You know, that's you. But this is, you know, what I got and showing y'all, you know, as an option out there. But yeah. Oh, and so that tire on that trailer, like I said, you know, it matters on the weights, because when we got the tire changed out, you know, the mechanic's like, man, these are little like low ply tires, like a 10 ply or 9 ply, if those even exist. He's like, these were just, you know, they're not the spare tire, but they were tires to get you, I guess, around town. It wasn't for a long distance. You know, they couldn't support that kind of weight. Maybe the axle, maybe the rim, but that tire was not meant for those weight capacities, and that's why the tire blew out. I didn't change the other tire because I'm like, I'm not gonna swap out tire. If it blows out, then it blows out, and then we'll go from there. And when they looked at it, when I dropped it off, like, yeah, I don't know why these tires are on here. They're just to get you around town, or just to get you like down the road for about 10, 20 miles, but not 1,000 miles. But that's besides the point. We got that figured out. I got paid back already, so it is what it is. Again, you know, my little spill, my little rant on tires, I'm about to show you in a minute. But, you know, when you get tires, you know, if you're going to be truck driving, hot shotting, make sure that you look into tires that's going to get you the most miles out of them, a good load rating, good plies and all that. Don't just want to be fancy and look cool and want to have 26-inch rims, 24-inch rims with big old tires. Like, that's not the business, man. We do a lot of miles. We haul heavy loads sometimes. You want wheels and tires that can handle all that capacity. But yeah, enough of my little rant, man. Yeah. So let me show you these tires, man. Let me get to it. All right, so here's the old tire, the BF Goodrich KO2s. Like I said, the old tire was a 305 65 18, and here's a. I mean, I don't know if you can see real good in the video. I'm trying to hold this up. The width of it compared to the other one, but yeah. Yeah. There's the old tire. And here's the new tire. Again, this is the BF Goodrich KO2. These are the LT275 70 18. And yeah, you can see the new tread on them. And like I said, I already got 3,500 miles on them, and they still look brand new. I mean, obviously they are brand new, so like they're not even really broken in yet. But here it is. See, they don't stick out too bad, too far out. The other one stuck out like a little bit further, like over here-ish. But yeah, here's a new tire along with the spike lug nuts. But yeah, let's see, where's the size at? LT275 70 18. Let me see where I can get the load range. So the load range, yeah, 3640. There's the load range right there. Load weight. But yeah, like I said, you know, it did very well in the mud and in the rain. It did very well, and even on dry roads, they stick very, very good. And I love it, man. I'm loving them. I've had them before, and they have yet to disappoint. And yeah, these tires, they do not look small on the truck. Once you're up in person, you'll see that these tires ain't as small as they look. Just, I guess the video doesn't do me any justice, but when you're in person, they're still a good size, man. So they're not itty bitty tires like, oh man, they're small. Like, no, they're not small. And when you turn the wheels full range, they do not rub at all. And the other ones, my 305s, they rubbed, and these rub not one bit. And these new ones, they're about half an inch taller than the old ones, obviously, because they're 70s and not 65s. But yeah, man, like I said, it's very important to have the right tire and wheel if you're going to be trucking, because like I said, you know, in this industry we do a lot of miles and we do a lot of heavy towing sometimes. So having the right wheel is key. And like I said earlier, yeah, it's cool to have some big wheels and tires and all that, but at the end of the day, all that does is really eat your fuel mileage. You know, if you want to look cool and all that, you know, by all means, you know, go for it. You know, again, like I said, you know, to each is their own. But if you want to get the most miles out of your truck and not have any issues, then like I said, you know, get a smaller tire, but not too small. Not too small though, because these trucks are heavy though. But yeah, let me show you this tread again. Man, they're beefy. Love it. And if you want more information, you know, if this video doesn't really do it for you, you can always go on the website of BF Goodrich and do more research, or is there something specific you want to know about these tires, you know, just like go on the website and just, you know, read all the specs and stuff. But I'm just showing you, you know, the wheels on my setup and, you know, my review so far, and hey, I love it, man. I'm out here trucking every day, and I'm out here doing it. And yes, I know there's probably other better brands, Toyo or Snitto. I know, I get it, but this is my setup. This is what I'm doing. I'm not gonna tell you how to do yours, you know. So, but all right, guys. Man, I love these tires. Like, I wish I could see them in person. Like, man, they are nice looking. They're nice. And with these spiked lug nuts, man, looking slick out here, man. But yeah, like I'm getting good miles, good mile range out of these tires, so I ain't complaining. I'm loving it. And like I said, these tires are a little bit taller than the other ones, so you will sit a little bit higher too. Alright guys, here's my little rant of my tires. But yeah, if you have any questions, man, just hit me up, just ask, and I'll let y'all know. And I got more goodies coming in for this truck. I guess you can say performance, and that's gonna help also for pulling loads, but you'll see that later on. Alright guys, here's the tires, BF Goodrich KO2 LT275 70 18s. And alright guys, to the next one.